Sony, you motherfuckers. Hello, I am Remo Yes Man, and today I want to talk about PlayStation Plus because, as I'm sure you have all heard by now, PlayStation Plus is getting a price increase. Now, the price increase that PlayStation Plus is about to get is about 35%, and I don't know if a lot of you guys remember, but PlayStation Plus just had a price increase less than 2 years ago. But in their price increase, they only increased the middle tier as well as the highest tier subscription membership, leaving the bottom tier alone. And why would you increase the price of the bottom tier? Literally, the bottom tier only allows you to play online. And yes, you can make the argument that Sony does shove 2 free games in there any month on the bottom tier subscription, but the vast majority of players are subscribed to PlayStation Plus simply to play online. Players don't give a fuck about those 2 games, and to be honest, most players only redeem those games so they have them in their library on the off chance that they get bored and they might play those games in the future. But online play is the main reason why people have the PlayStation Plus subscription. So the fact that now every single tier of PlayStation Plus is getting a price increase absolutely baffles me. But I have a theory on why. But before I talk about why we're getting a price increase, let's look at the price increase itself. Sony announced on September 6th it will be raising the price of all subscriptions globally across all benefit plans. They go on to state that the pricing structure of PlayStation Plus Essential, which is the bottom tier, which is the bare minimum that you need to play online, will be priced at $80 a year. That's a $20 price increase from $60. While PlayStation Extra, the middle tier, is going to be priced at $135. That's up from $99. Lastly, PlayStation Plus Premium, the top tier, is going to be priced at $160. That's up from $120. So depending on what plan you have, that is roughly a $40 price increase. Now, Sony went on to state that the purpose of the price increase is so they can keep bringing value to the subscription service as well as high quality games. And that's not verbatim, but it's some bullshit along those lines. And listen, I know some people are going to make the argument that even with the price increase, the bottom tier of PlayStation Plus is still less than Microsoft's bottom tier of their subscription service. And you would be right about that. But the thing about Microsoft's subscription service is at the bottom tier of the subscription service, it does cost $2 more, but you literally have access to everything available on Game Pass. And listen, you can make the argument that a lot of those games on Game Pass you're not even gonna play, but there's definitely some games there that you will play. And there's definitely some value there, way more value than Sony is offering on the bottom tier of their subscription service. Then on top of that, even with the bottom tier of Game Pass, you'll get access to all Microsoft's first-party exclusives on day one. And you can make the argument that Microsoft hasn't dropped any decent exclusives, and you wouldn't be wrong about that, but there's still gonna be good exclusives on Game Pass like Starfield, like Avowed. So it's not like you don't have anything coming in the future. So when you look at the bottom tier of the PlayStation Plus membership, which is about to increase in price, Every now and then, Sony will drop a good game on there, but for the most part, the games can be pretty hit or miss. And Sony rarely puts their own IPs on the bottom tier of the PlayStation Plus service. The only time when you see them put their own IPs on the PlayStation Plus Essential tier is when they're trying to advertise for the sequel to that game. Now, I know some people are going to make the argument, oh, you're just an Xbox fanboy, but that couldn't be further from the truth. I've been a PlayStation member since around 2013, and I've been playing online on the PlayStation ecosystem since that time, whereas I only had Xbox Live like last year when I bought a Series S. Otherwise, I've never played Xbox Online before that. So I've always been a Sony pony for the simple fact that I've spent the vast majority of my time playing on the PlayStation ecosystem because that's just the way it worked out. But the thing is, beyond the era of the PS3, I never thought the PlayStation Plus membership was worth it. The PlayStation Plus always seemed like a bad deal to me, but then it became required during the PS4 era if you wanted to play online, and I never gave a fuck about the subscription. So much so to where there were so many times where my subscription would expire and I didn't even realize it until I was ready to party up with someone, and then I only realized I'm locked out of online, so now I gotta take my ass to the goddamn PlayStation store and give Sony $10 to fucking get back online. I always hated that, and to circumvent this, I started purchasing the yearly subscription, but I would only purchase it around Christmas time. During Christmas time, the yearly subscription that would normally run you around $60 would be priced anywhere between $30 and $40, so you would essentially get a much better deal on it. But now I can't even do that since Sony is raising the base price of the bottom tier of their PlayStation Plus subscription service to $80. When Christmas rolls around and my membership expires, that discount, I guarantee they're still gonna have a Christmas time discount, but instead of that discount being 30 or 40 bucks, that discount is gonna now be 50 or 60 bucks, I promise you. And I think Sony is making a huge mistake here, man. When I look at the time I spent on PlayStation Plus, I spent the vast majority of my PlayStation Plus time playing games like Call of Duty, Destiny, and Battlefield when it comes down to it. Because you don't need PlayStation Plus to play Fortnite. You don't need PlayStation Plus to play Apex Legends, and you damn sure don't need PlayStation Plus to play Warframe. But now, as I look at the state of the gaming industry, particularly the multiplayer space, it's very disappointing, and it's literally reflected on my PlayStation dashboard. As of right now, I really don't have too many competitive multiplayer games installed. Not because I don't want to play any competitive multiplayer games, but Call of Duty has been shit for the last 2 years, and it's just been on a downward spiral ever since. Destiny is just fucking Destiny. I usually play Destiny in 1 month intervals, then take fucking 2 months off. And Battlefield has just been fucking suffering from games that have been released in a state of rushed development for so long that I've become disillusioned with the Battlefield franchise, and I just haven't been engaging. When I look at my PlayStation dashboard as of right now, the vast majority of the games I have installed are single player games, with the exception of cooperative multiplayer games like Warframe. As of right now, the only games I have installed on my dashboard that I would possibly need PlayStation Plus for is Demon's Souls and Bloodborne. And to be honest, those games released a while ago, so there's not many people invading right now. Whereas when I look at my Xbox dashboard, I have Halo the Master Chief Collection, and Halo's multiplayer brings so much replayability right there. Like, you can spend hours in Halo multiplayer. Halo multiplayer has always withstood the test of time. I also have Elden Ring, which I've been sinking a ton of time into, but I know Elden Ring is not exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. I just happened to purchase it on Xbox, and thank God I did, considering the fact that Sony is raising the prices of their tier that doesn't offer that much value. I also have Sea of Thieves, and I absolutely love Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is easily one of my favorite multiplayer games, and it's easy to hop on Sea of Thieves and kill hours. I also have other games that I have gotten off Game Pass that aren't multiplayer games, but I've been sinking a ton of hours into. Like, I've been sinking a ton of hours into Final Fantasy 13. I downloaded that and I've been playing that since it's on Game Pass because I never completed it on the PS3. I've been playing Persona. I sunk a fuck ton of time in the Ark Survival Evolved because they have the Ark Survival Edition, the Ultimate Edition on Game Pass. So I must have sunk like 200 hours into base building, taming dinosaurs, and a bunch of other bullshit. And listen, I know everybody's experience is going to be different. The point I'm trying to make is, as of late, I've just been getting way more value off of my Xbox subscription service. So when my PlayStation Plus membership expires, I'm not sure that I'm going to renew it. And to be honest with you, I should be spending all my time on PC. I've been making incremental upgrades to my PC for the past couple years now, but the thing is, I also like to video edit. So games with a large file size doesn't mesh well with a lot of video editing stuff on my computer. Now, why is all of this happening? Why are we seeing a price increase on all tiers of the PlayStation Plus membership? Well, the truth is, none of us really know why this is happening, but I have an interesting theory here. Now, what device did Sony just announce? Well, they just announced the PlayStation Portal. What is the PlayStation Portal? Well, the PlayStation Portal is Sony's dusty ass pathetic take on a Nintendo Switch. This bullshit right here is Sony's answer to the handheld market, and this thing is gimped to begin with. Right off the bat, this thing doesn't play games independently. Next, this device doesn't have any Bluetooth capability. Then on top of that, it has no cloud streaming capability. And the cherry on top of all of that is Sony is essentially paywalling the audio features, as you'll need a particular headset from Sony in order to use all audio features. And that headset is gonna run you about $200, I believe. Now, when Sony unveiled the PlayStation Switch, they got roasted, and rightfully so, because like I said, this thing is essentially the PlayStation Wii U. A lot of motherfuckers were asking, what the hell is this thing for? Like, why do we need this? And Sony's answer is basically, this thing is an extension of your PS5. You want to play your PS5 in another room? Well, you can do that with the PlayStation Portal. And the PlayStation Portal it doesn't even work independently, so much so to the point where it requires the PS5 to be running while you use the damn thing. So you would have to think that Sony probably invested a pretty good chunk of change into mass producing the PlayStation Portal. But the thing is, that was a calculated risk on Sony's part, a risk that doesn't look like it's gonna pay off, as when they unveiled the damn thing, it was pretty much panned by gamers and critics alike. So sales projections for the PlayStation Portal do not look good. And we don't know how much Sony spent on mass producing this damn thing, but we do know that the PlayStation Portal is probably going to be a huge L for Sony, or at least it's projected to be. So, what is the solution when you need to offset costs on a product that you're gonna take a loss for? Well, you raise prices on the already existing product on which you already have a lot of customers. So if you look at the PlayStation Plus subscription membership, Sony has pretty much kind of reached a cap on the amount of new customers they could bring in. So the simple solution to that is to raise prices on the already existing customers. And by doing that, even if the PlayStation Portal is a huge L for Sony, eventually the revenue that Sony accumulates from raising the price on PlayStation customers will offset the losses they took from PlayStation Portal, and eventually it'll start to generate even more revenue, making Sony money. But look, I don't know. That's just one man's theory on why Sony is doing all this. Anyway, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Bro, hit that goddamn subscribe button, because one thing is for damn sure, and that's I'm not raising the prices on you guys, because I'm not milking you guys for any cash to begin with. Anyway, guys, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Have a beautiful day. Peace.